ESPN Saturday primetime. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Not only welcome to Saturday primetime, welcome to the jungle, the home of the #1 team in the nation, the Auburn Tigers, as they welcome in another conference powerhouse underway, and it's Auburn ball to get this one started.
First thing you have to look with Auburn, they'll run something to try to get a lob.
It'll be Alex Conn starting lineup every single game until their last game. But again, Aberdeen is in. Clayton, just a terrific player, and Will Richard coming off a great performance against Vandy on Tuesday. Aberdeen backdoor rejected by Kelly.
Boy, great help by Kelly on that backdoor.
Clayton's three won't go, and it's Auburn ball. The starting five for the Tigers, the usual group: Jones, Kelly, Baker Mazzara on the perimeter, Janai Broome, and Dylan Cardwell, who had 6. Broome the offensive rebound.
Those are the kind of rebounds that Florida needs to come up with in this game.
Broome going to work on Condon. Trying to get back to that left hand, and somehow gets it to go. Ruben Chinyelu into Aberdeen, and another block. This time by Broome. And the ball was out of bounds. Already Auburn has blocked 2 shots in this game.
And both of them off terrific backdoor cuts, which is usually an easy basket. But Janai Broome,
he just had his shot knocked away. Gators running. Richard 21-7 against Vandy Tuesday, and he's got Florida on the board.
Such an outstanding shooter, mostly catch and shoot where he's most dangerous, but he can really drive a closeout. Got a terrific floater. He's having a great year.
There are no 2 programs in America, in my opinion, which embody more the up transferring. Guys coming from low and mid-majors from all over the place and turning into...
And just gets clipped by Will Richard on the arm as he tries to fly by and able to knock that shot down. Chance for a 4-point play.
And we've got where they are without Elijah Martin. Aberdeen is starting, and Golden and Pearl feel like family with one another.
Dylan Cardwell has done an outstanding job on the defensive end. He switched off on Walter Clayton Jr.
How you talk about a logo 3, and the shot clock was running to the Cousy Award as the best point guard in college basketball. Broome again one-on-one with Condon. Kelly the drive. It'll go.
There has been nothing clean for Florida offensively.
Only regular season meeting between these two. Kelly just inside the arc, knocks down another one. Aberdeen stepped into it, but left it way short on a clean look. Baker Mazzara, a little fade away, and it's Auburn by 7.
Auburn is just beating Florida.
Tuesday night against Oklahoma for this big game. Another top 10 matchup here on the Plains inside Neville Arena. Tahat Pettiford has checked in. Chaney Johnson as well for the Tigers. And Janai Broome already has 3 assists and 2 blocks in this game. Fouls has now indeed gone to the bench for Florida. Sophomore Urban Klobjar from Slovenia is in. Chris Moore. The steal and the foul at the other end. Moore, a 5th-year player, very physical.
And that big win, but he's always a guy that does whatever it takes, a culture guy and an ex.
He and Dylan Cardwell each with 5.
Little horn set, and the catches are extended right now. You want the big guys to really get out and pressure.
Good cut by Thomas Howe. Good find by Alex Condon, and a much-needed bucket for the game. And one thing Florida really wants to do is get out in transition and score early. Aberdeen, a clean look, rebound Condon. Aberdeen again, and he got it.
Condon is such an outstanding offensive.
Pettiford, one of the most talented freshmen in the nation. And he's had big numbers in their biggest games. And look at that, a 30-footer.
just rejected that ball screen and went on his own.
Aberdeen initiates the contact and bangs it home, and he has really stepped it up the last couple of minutes.
So if you don't initiate contact in this game, you're going to be knocked back. He who hits first is going to be successful.
Aberdeen, a junior, bigger and bigger role every year in this Florida program. The floater by Pettiford, and keep in mind he's a lefty, and he floated that in from 12 feet away with the right.
He sees a ranked team like a bull sees red. He plays better against ranked teams.
Condon from Aberdeen in Florida is finding itself in the...
You can tell how proud he is of the job that Todd Golden has done, not only at Florida, but when he was at San Francisco as well.
3 years as an assistant there under Kyle Smith, and then 3 years as the head coach. Urban Klabjar, who's going to get a lot of minutes today. Martin out. Richards got foul trouble, although he's back in. Klabjar, a sophomore from Slovenia, hit 2 huge threes in the win Tuesday over Vandy, turning a 3-point lead into a 9-point lead in the second half as Chaney Johnson answers for the Tigers.
Now, Klabjar's got to hunt open shots because he does not miss when he's open. If he's got pressure on him, that's one thing. But those 2 threes he hit against Vanderbilt were gigantic in Florida getting a win without Walter Clayton Jr.
Thomas Houck, all kinds of moves in the Pennsylvania. 30 rebounds in his last 3 games. And one thing Bruce Pearl said before.
3 have no off switch. And especially for Condon and Houck, they've really...
Clayton gets it back from Houck.
Really hard to trap Walter Clayton Jr. So good with the ball.
And a 3 will go for Sam Alexis, a junior. Richard back to Houck. Richard wide open, hits the 3, and the Gators have the lead.
Great job by Thomas Houck of drawing that double team, then kicking it out. And when Will Richard caught it, he gave
earlier 30-point loss to Florida.
But Florida's really tightened up its defense. An excellent switch by Walter Clayton Jr. He switched up to take something away instead of just switching out.
Jones on the drive, and he draws a foul.
Defensive boards they get.
They got a lead at Mizzou first half right now, but Columbia, that game on the SEC net. 76-78 in Nashville. Tennessee looked impressive in a win in Norman to beat Oklahoma.
Save to Ruben Chinyelu for a bucket.
Tied at 23. Broom back into the game after sitting for about 4 minutes. Jaheim Hudson, the offensive rebound. Miles Kelly again.
Miles Kelly created space for that shot without taking a dribble. Just a simple little jab step, got the defender to back up a bit.
He's got 7. Richard no. Chinyelu the rebound, and it goes.
Talk about a rebound in traffic. Chinyelu does not only a great job on the glass, but he's an excellent screener. And oftentimes he will duck into the post, and Florida can get a drive. He essentially screens the help defense.
Oh, Kelly got open again, and he makes Florida pay again.
Could have been picked off if he had let it come to him, but he closed the distance by coming back a step to the ball.
Broom one-on-one, isolated with Chinyelu. The spin and the finish.
He may not be the quickest cat out there, but he is in complete control of what he is doing, and he's going to get back to that left hand no matter what.
Averaging better than 18 a game to go with almost 11 rebounds per game. Nice turnaround bank from one.
Even better under Bruce Pearl.
And remember, has come back from a couple of injuries this year, a shoulder injury in the non-conference, and then more recently an ankle injury that cost him a couple of games. Boy, how in the world did that ball not go down? But it is going to send Houck to the line.
Yeah, late call while the...
Ty Broom, Player of the Year candidate here. Cooper Flagg, Player of the Year candidate there. And it marks the return. And they also play for the #1 and #2 teams in the nation as well. Condon has it. 10 to shoot. Clayton got it. And Florida's back on top again.
His range is in.
Very talented high school football player. Played offense and defense, quarterback, wide out, DB, but liked basketball more. And he was getting big-time offers in football. Condon muscling Broom down underneath the bucket, and that extends the lead for the game.
Nice job defensively in the post.
At one point, Auburn led by 10. Florida on a 9-0 run with a 3-point lead. Kelly, good ball pressure by Aberdeen, but Kelly keeps going and scores. Miles Kelly is having himself a half.
It's off the dribble, getting it inside to their big guys or on cuts, because that's the kind of thing that can open up some open perimeter shots.
Tough two will rattle home for Clayton. They lead by 3 again, and keep in mind, no win, and he's down with a rebound off the miss by Kelly. He was thinking about it. He's doing more than thinking about it, and he hits again.
He is on a heater. And to your point, I'm not sure he was thinking ball screen situations, not stay at the level of the screen. Because right now, Walter Clayton Jr. is having his way.
That's a pretty good game plan. Get it to Broom and let him get over that right shoulder. He wanted a foul call on that as well.
Well, he stuck his arm right into Alexis and knocked him back. There was not much Alexis could do there.
Alexis giving up a fair bit of size in that matchup with Broom.
Nice job by Chaney Johnson to step up into Walter Clayton Jr. But then Chad Baker-Mazara commits the cardinal sin foul of fouling a three-point shooter.
And this is the strength of this floor.
Now, the only guard group that shoots better is Auburn.
Yes. And it is Kelly with 12 to lead Auburn. Clayton with 16 to lead everybody. Johnson, strong stuff.
It looked like Auburn was going to go into their flex action with 3 on the baseline, try to get it inside.
Is first. Johnson 3 years at Division II.
Cross-matched and pre-switched, too.
Final minute of the first half. A tough shot contested 2 by Johnson. Condon with a shovel pass, and Houck is fouled by Broom.
Because both Houck and Condon can grab a defensive rebound. They can bring it up.
Made them both. Florida by 6. Pettiford with 5 off the bench for the Tigers.
There's that flex rollback. Whoa.
And Broom called for an offensive foul.
And that's the end of it.
Looks like Florida's going to hold the ball here, about a 5-second difference. Houck takes the 3 and hits.
But Florida really punished Auburn for trying to double team the ball when Walter Clayton Jr. had it. Just not a rotation to Houck.
Houck, a 30% three-point shooter, had all kinds of space. Condon a rebound, and he's fouled. Wow. And that is number 7 on all.
Condon of authority. He's the best cricket player in the Southeastern Conference, maybe the country.
And the first half comes to a close. It was all Auburn early. It was all Florida late. He lost 1 game all season. That was to Duke on December the 4th at Cameron. They feel virtually unbeatable in this building, but what a half it was for the Gators. Richard into Chinyelu for the slam, and the lead is a dozen. Out after that hip injury he suffered on Tuesday, and still Florida has a 12-point lead. Broom, bounce pass, Cardwell blocked, but a foul.
Pass out of there, and that's really an issue, I think, for Auburn. Can they get
player in this program? This is his 151st game. Got his rebound. Well, he didn't get the 2 the usual way, but he figured it out.
Nobody boxed out the shooter. That's the easiest basket that Dylan Cardwell is going to have all season.
Clayton finds Condon. And Condon scores over Cardwell.
Boy, how about the pass fake he made in the air? Terrific job by Chinyelu to help and take away that 3.
They got to reset. Baker-Mazara, shot clock at 5. Got his man in the air, missed the shot. Richard racing down the court. He'll lay it in.
It's almost like Auburn was
24-point swing in this game. Broom lays it in and one. Goes to the bench after picking up his second foul, and Thomas Houck, who was great in the first half, is back into the game.
Now, Houck had 10 points in that first half. And he plays very well with Condon. It gives them two really skilled big guys.
And the home run pass, and Condon is held and scores anyway.
Boy, how about that? Talk of this game. He was the quarterback. You'd think Martin would be throwing that pass, but maybe Walter Clayton.
Assist in this game. Kelly a miss. Houck wraps it up.
What an easy layup opportunity. Dylan Cardwell sealed off the defense.
And another deep one for Walter Clayton Jr. and the lead. And Broom has missed a couple of shots around the rim, Jay, that he rarely misses.
Rarely. And we've seen a number of near layups missed.
Aberdeen. Houck. Too strong off the glass. Condon is there.
Well, there is not a time deficit like this. But give Florida credit. The Gators have been on point in every aspect of the game.
And Pettiford misses the free throw, but Auburn gets it back. Kelly flies in and lays it in.
One thing Florida cannot do is settle.
Kelly, Cardwell, Condon now for Florida. 4 on 3. Klavjar open and hits the three, and a foul away from the ball, I believe, against Auburn.
You have to force Walter Clayton Jr. to his left. He cannot go to his right. He's much better to his right.
Klavjar, you talked about confidence, and it is growing by the minute.
And that was with
Florida 10 for 21 from three-point range. Actually not a great three-point shooting team of the season, just under 34%, but they are firing today. Kelly. And Houck might have gotten a piece of it, and then a foul will send Cardwell to the line.
a great free throw shooter.
He does hit it. Auburn. Pettiford doesn't need a lot of space, does he? Ball's loose, and it's stolen by Johnson. Kelly gets the roll, and it's a quick 5-0 run. Tigers, and Tom Golden wants a timeout.
Just a treasure in the game of basketball, Hubie Brown. And you've heard this story, Dan. I was at a clinic among former Duke coaches back in the day, and Hubie Brown was spectacular at that clinic.
Condon the flush on the feed from Clayton.
Hubie Brown got up on a chalkboard and was going to talk about special situations. And he starts talking about 1984, where the Brazilian women's team had a player named Hortensia, and how they handled box and one and triangle and two against Hortensia. And all from memory. Amazing.
If you've never had dinner with Hubie Brown, for Hubie, just wonderful for both of them to be on the air this week.
Alex Condon back into the ball game for Florida. He is such a difference maker for the Gators. Great block out by Cheney Johnson to keep him off the offensive glass.
Klavjar, the starter, plays big minutes and has certainly been a huge part in this.
Condon has 14 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Right now, Florida needs to get a little deeper in the clock because they didn't have transition.
Clayton somehow finds Houck, who lays it in.
Boy, what a catch and what a finish by Thomas Houck. Didn't look like there was anything there for Walter Clayton Jr., but late before he hit the ground, he just found his teammate.
Jay, in addition to Clayton's 19 points, he's got a game-high 8 assists today. Johnson over Condon. As Auburn goes to stretch here with Janai Broom on the bench.
Screen. Now he's going to shoot out to the corner.
Johnson, the assist to Broom, 12-point game.
They went right into flex action. Cheney Johnson was the screener, came right back to the ball.
Aberdeen. They barely get it in, and a foul on Johnson as Auburn is getting more and more aggressive on it. Carolina and Texas at 2 Eastern, two of the top 4 teams in the rankings, and then Tennessee
slow the advance of Auburn. Just take a little bit of time off, then Auburn doesn't get into anything till about 16 on the clock. Good pass.
Broom banks it home, and a foul. And well short. Saved, and Auburn ball. Pettiford. Broom comes up with a loose ball. And the corner three for Miles Kelly. Here they come, down by 9. Florida has led by as many as 21. And now an Auburn foul. It's Baker Mazzara to send the Gators back to the line.
Which puts a spotlight on free throw blockout.
Condon on the bench at the moment for the Gators. Up front, it's Chinyelu and Howe. Kelly behind a screen. Tipped up and followed by Broom.
Terrific play.
Big play.
If you get a shot up, they can offensive rebound it. The worst thing you can do is turn it over.
Clayton. And look at the play by Howe. Aberdeen the 3. Rebounds. Auburn is definitely playing, Jay, with a little more intensity than they did at times earlier in this game.
Well, full court pressure. They're taking some chances and really going after the ball. What a tough shot.
Hardwell with a rebound, and he's fouled. And another miss. Rebound comes down to the Gators. Auburn 7 for 16 from the line.
Florida really spreading the court.
Condon into the chest of Cardwell, and he banks it in.
And Ruben Chinyelu, time rebound. Chinyelu had inside position.
Pettiford behind the back, now finds Kelly. Pettiford open in the corner. And Broom will get the roll. Condon. 6 on the clock. Richard, no. Tipped, and Houck's got it. Richard again. Hits.
You cannot ask guards to block out Ruben Chinyelu.
Richard. Houck. And Cardwell down with it. But again, the seconds continue to tick away here. Boy, all kinds of traffic. Pettiford down hard.
They got fouled on the perimeter of 18. The Gators have doubled up Auburn from the three-point line.
And of a facilitator than a scorer here in the second half. Something is up. It's Miles Kelly. And the rebound down to Clayton, and a man down. It is Baker Mazzara down at the other end for Auburn. Aberdeen with a big corner 3. And now the whistle blows. And we will see.
Not a starter, but the big guys, the roommates, Houck and Condon, have been terrific.
Broom misses a 3. Cardwell kicks it back out to him. And the second time will go. 87-74. Timeout, Bruce Pearl. This would be an incredible day for the Gators.
Well, Florida's been terrific offensively all year. It's its defense that's the most impressive thing.
And a lob won't go. A missed alley-oop, but a steal by Condon. And now a missed layup by Richard.
I don't know why Florida didn't pull that out and run some clock.
Really, both times they could have.
No need for it.
Yeah, and now a foul. So this is exactly what Todd Golden did not want to see.
On this free throw blockout, getting a second chance opportunity if this is missed.
Shot clock. Out, wide open. And the rebound down to Broom. A minute and a half to go. Pettiford. Cardwell will lay it in. It's a 9-point game. A minute 20 to go, and Cardwell knocks Condon down, and Condon will go to the line.
Condon just a 63% free throw shooter, so Cardwell making an intelligent choice to.
Remember Bruce Pearl. Nothing friendly about this one today.
Yeah, it's not father-son by Tahad Pettiford, but Houck just knocks it away as he's going up for the shot.
And boy, they can taste it now inside the final minute with the ball and a 10-point lead. Richard, good decision. Good cut. Good pass and a lay-in to probably seal it here for the Gators. Up by 12.
How skilled are Condon and Houck?
Kelly fouled in the corner on a three-point attempt.
Condon trying to put late pressure on the shot.
All year, even when they haven't had Broom at times in Florida without one
free throw shooter. That doesn't mean you want to take this last one for granted and expect that Auburn is going to slap at it.
Here's the corner back to Aberdeen. Ahead to Richard. And this time they will back it out. The clock is their friend. And the seconds are ticking away on the Tigers. Clayton up, no good. Broom the rebound, but only 20 seconds remain. Pettiford needs a three. And the rebound down to Clayton, and the Florida Gators have come into Auburn, have come into the jungle, and they have knocked off the #1 team in the nation, the Auburn Tigers. What a victory for Todd Golden. The embrace there with Bruce Pearl. What a win for this Florida program.
What a huge win for Florida. And credit goes all around. The Florida bench was outstanding with Elijah Martin out with that hip injury. Walter Clayton Jr. was magnificent in the first half, and the big guys were fantastic on the glass from tap to buzzer.
The Tigers suffered just their second defeat of the year, now 21-2. Florida goes to 20-3.